Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about 11 must-have items in your rescue transport kit. The first item is probably one that you've already thought of. You need to always make sure that you have extra leashes and extra collars. You never know when an animal is going to be handed off to you where the leash is missing, it belongs to the person that's the first leg of the transport. These are a lot of inexpensive items that you can purchase. There's lots of different types of leashes that you can buy. We recommend getting one of the slip lead leashes, particularly one that has a stopper to make sure that it doesn't allow the animal to completely escape. The second thing you're going to want to make sure to have is a large Ziploc bag labeled with the animal's name that includes all of the pet's paperwork in there. You never know when something is going to get wet. A lot of different things could happen. So it's important to make sure that all the instructions, all the medical records, particularly your health cert and your CBI, is in a safe and secure location inside a plastic bag. Next item on the list is a definite must. You've got to have puppy pads. Puppy pads are a great thing that you can buy at almost any retail store. Lots of different varieties of these kind. Some of them carry different scents and pheromones to try and calm the animals, but they're a great way to keep the inside of a cage relatively clean. They're easy to swap out, they're disposable, so it's something I always recommend to keep in your transport kit. Next, you need to make sure you have waste bags. This is probably an obvious one, but again, always important to make sure you throw an extra roll in there. You never know where you're going to run low, you never know when the person before you is not going to have any waste bags, and it's always important to make sure to clean up after the pets, particularly on a transport. Number 5 is another important one, tasty treats. I don't mean just the kind that you can buy at a grocery store, I mean get the good ones. These are really important when you're trying to entice an animal, particularly if they're scared, to either go into their cage, come out of their cage, or heaven forbid if an animal were to escape. Tasty treats are very important to make sure you have on hand, as it could be very important to recovering the animal. Next, it's important to have a collapsible water bowl. Why do we say you need a collapsible water bowl? Well, certainly you can have a bowl of any kind to carry the water, but it's nice to have a nice collapsible bowl because they fold down or they shrink down into a different size, and then you can store them easily in your glove compartment, stick them in your transport kit. It doesn't get in the way. Of course, along with the collapsible water bowl, you're going to need fresh water. Recommending bringing a gallon of fresh water. You never know what you're going to need it for. Certainly you're going to want to make sure that the pets have fresh water. Sometimes you might need to wash something down. So carry a nice gallon of water in every transport that you go so you never run out of water. Number 8, non-latex gloves. Why not latex, you say? Because latex can sometimes be harmful to smaller animals, particularly puppies. Non-latex gloves are another thing you can buy at pretty much any department store. So it's always good to keep a box of those in your car, particularly when you're handling puppies that have not been vaccinated yet. You never know when you're going to have to clean up, given any kind of situation with an animal. So it's important that you have these gloves so you're not carrying any particular diseases or any bacteria or anything like that. Number 9, we recommend that you have a couple of different types of towels. Certainly it's good to have a roll of paper towels, but what about some old beach towels, towels that you don't use anymore from the bathroom? These are particularly nice because they can serve as bedding for the animals inside of a crate. They're also great because you can clean up large messes with these kinds of things. And then when you're done, you can either shake out the excess stuff or you can throw them in the wash and they'll be ready for you on your next transport. Item number 10, baby wipes. Why baby wipes? Because they come in all shapes and varieties. They're very convenient. They're easy in all sorts of different kinds of packaging. They clean things out. They leave it a nice, fresh, clean scent. So they're good for cleaning up after things. Always want to make sure that the surfaces that the animals are going to come in contact with are clean and sanitized. And we'll talk about that in another one of our videos. And last but not least, you want to make sure that you have got some critical items that you might not have thought of. Things such as a cell phone charger or an extra battery for your cell phone. Don't forget about extra windshield washer fluid. You never know when that's going to come in handy. Don't forget about kitty litter. If you ever tried to get yourself out of an icy situation, kitty litter will be a lifesaver. So those are 11 must-have items in your rescue transport kit. Got other items that we haven't thought of? Please drop us a line. Talk to us at support@Doobert.com or go ahead and reply to our blog. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks, talk to you soon.